Cheese.
There we are.
Are we live?
We'll find out. Where's my background music?
Okay, bring up your videos.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm. Can't get it on there.
No. Okay, we'll just do that.
Yeah, I don't want to plug in the... Plug it in.
Oh, sure. Technical difficulties.
That needs to be on airplane mode too, doesn't it?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
What I do. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Does it work on the side? Nope.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Here we got somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Little Green Acres, hello. I don't know how to tell how many people are on the chat or online. I got 6 watching. Well, what we'll do is we'll kind of wait for people to file in. We got 8 watching now. So if you want to just type a little message and say hello so we know who all's in here.
Mm-hmm.
Tina Tiffany says hi, hello.
Hilda.
Hilda Hickey says hi.
Shows up on yours.
Yep, I can't read it from there though. Evil Fur Baby, hello. That's a nice name there. I haven't seen you here before.
Is that a cranky cat?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we'll just wait a few more minutes.
But this is the result of our goat naming, our goat theme.
Yep.
For 2018.
Yep. Oh, another thing, if you guys can hear us okay, type a message that you can hear us just fine.
Sound check, make sure.
Yeah, sound check. Hilda's asking how the salon is going.
Oh, very good. Yep. Yesterday was a really busy day. Last week, though, we had some snow days or ice days around here, so we haven't had any weather like that for a while, so that kind of set things back. So this week made up for it.
Looks like the audio's good. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, cranky cat.
Yes.
Yep, Jude. Is it a Siamese? I've had one. I've had lovable Siamese, but your grandma had.
Yes, my grandma had a cranky Siamese cat. Man, you couldn't even get within 10 feet of that thing, and it would rip your head off.
Yep.
Let's see. Single man, my theme didn't set well, so I can't expect even an honorable mention. LOL. I don't know, single man. What was yours? I don't remember. Was it the the goat meat ones?
Oh,
Was that what it
maybe.
was? I don't remember.
Shish kebab, something.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're dairy.
they're dairy goats. We don't eat these goats. Oh yeah, Hilda Hickey said she liked your sign
Yeah.
yesterday. I think I commented thank you on that. So thank you for the sign comment. That was really nice.
Well, all in all, how many? Just sort of talking. How many ideas, themes did we end up with?
Oh, on the video, I think we ended up with 95 comments. I don't know how many unique, um,
You mean like not
like,
doubles?
yeah, not
Sing-
like doubles, but
Mhm.
I would guess probably there was probably around 60 comments that weren't doubled up
to choose from.
to choose from. So it was really fun reading through all of them.
Mm-hmm.
There were some ones I would have never, we would have never even considered.
Mm-mm.
So it was really fun to read through them. So thank you everyone to that was left a comment. I appreciate it. We really, since, well, you want to give some background on why we started doing it like this?
Yeah. Well, first of all, if we have them all by theme, it's easier to think back with the year. What year we had them. I've kind of done that like when I've bought chickens. Whenever we've bought chickens, each year we've bought something a little bit different so I can relate back to how many years old they are, type of thing. But oh, it's not that I can think back and remember that our Star Trek theme was 2 years ago, but the ones that we keep that have the same theme name, we know, if we can figure out when one was born, and we do paper or register most of our goats so that, we know, okay, they're all the same age, but oh, it just, I don't know, it makes it fun, but that's the primary reason is just to kind of, you know,
Yeah, just keep track of what babies were born
mm-hmm.
what year, because we've been doing this goats for
7. This'll be 7.
7 years now. So it gets confusing after they're,
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones came from what year?
Yeah. The one thing that I thought that would be neat, but I don't like all the same sound, is if we would have thought, if we really wanted to remember how old they were, when you register goats, each year they give you a letter of the alphabet that you're supposed to use when you're tattooing them. And the letter for 2018 is the letter K. So, realistically, if we only keep a couple of goats like we should this year, that then 2K names wouldn't be bad. But that would be that would be kind of fun, because every year you just start with that letter, and they omit, I don't know, I think they omit Q and O, and there's a few that they just
Right.
skip, but yeah, that would have been kind of fun. So
Yeah, Singleman
Okay.
said, yeah, it was food based. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's okay. Even with dairy goats, we haven't done it yet, but some, when you have too many boys and you can't sell them, then you band them or you weather them, and then they go to market. So
Sometimes.
that's just the cycle of it. So knock on wood, we haven't had to do that yet. We've been able to find good homes, and we hand raise all of ours to the best we can, so that it makes it a lot easier to be able to rehome ours.
Yep.
So
Yeah, we've had a few goats even go to some petting zoos. So
yeah, so we
that was
have
really cool.
one guy every year that it's kind of nice. We have a nice little exchange, and then when we go to the county fair, then we get to see our babies at the county fair. So
Yep.
all right, well, Any more?
Susie St. James is asking, how's the bunnies?
Bunnies are good. Eating
Yep.
and pooping.
Yep.
Making fertilizer.
Making fertilizer for the garden. They're doing good. Oh, Jake from White House Hills here. So hi, Jake.
Yep.
I assume that's you, Jake.
All right.
There's my Aunt Connie. Hi, Aunt Connie.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Late.
A few days ago.
Last week.
Yep. All right. So I think everybody, there's enough people here to get started. And let me look how many is here. 14 are watching. So that's enough. Well, I mean, this video is going to post. I know it's kind of late to do this video. So we'll just move ahead. So again, I wanted to thank everyone for all the submissions, and it was really fun to do this. And last year we did something similar. We just asked for 80s rock band names.
We decided the theme last year,
Right.
and we had everybody throw out different, songs or bands. Well, band names, and so last year we ended up with Styx and Journey and Oingo Boingo and Go Go. I'm missing a few. Toto. Toto's one that found a good home. Pink Floyd found a good home. So so we had a lot of fun with it last year.
Yep.
So that's the goal, is that we were looking for a theme. So if you joined us, you probably know why we're doing this video, but just in case, this is March 1st. So we said we were going to announce
Devo.
That was another one. We still have Devo. Going to announce the winner of the theme. We want to be able to choose the names, but we wanted to let you guys decide, or give us the idea so that we can decide the theme. So so thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll be doing some upcoming videos. It'll be about April. First of April is when our kidding starts. So
Yeah, I should have had. And we're expecting 10-ish.
I don't remember. So I'll probably be milking like 7 goats this year.
So, and I bring that up because the number of names did play into a factor in what we picked out, because like some of the runners up, I'll go through some of the runners up here. I really liked the Brady Bunch, but I think we may run out of characters.
Max out on.
We may max out, but that would have been a great video to do a Brady Bunch theme. Some of the other ones were Beatles songs. Jude.
I don't know how you name a goat. I want to hold your hand though, or
I don't know either. You could come up with some creative stuff. There's a ton of Beatles songs.
Yep.
Grease was another one. So
all the characters from the movie Grease.
Yep. We like that one, although I think we may max out on that one too. So I think Lang Family Farm guessed that one, or gave that one up.
Well, and there is Grease 1 and 2, so if you're But
another one that I liked was a spring theme. So it would be like rain, tadpole, thunder, lightning, that type of stuff. I like that one. It was pretty good. But again, a runner up. We have Indian tribes, and Wendy shot that one down because our dogs are named after Indian tribes. So,
and we now have Squanto.
Oh yeah.
The cat.
Well, it's not tribe.
Well, not tribe, but Indian theme. But but Cherokee and Cheyenne. And so we've kind of liked that. So we figure we'll stick with that whenever we have any incoming new dogs. So we've kind of already got that with our dogs.
Yep. I was catching up on some of the comments here. Can the kids come early?
Yes. I've only ever had so far, this is our 7th year for kidding, dealing with goats, and the earliest we've had has really been only a day for us. On the opposite end of the spectrum, this is not normal, is 11 days late. And in fact, that is so late that they made me lie on the registry because the computer says no. You have 5 months gestation, 150 days thereabouts, 150, 155 days gestation, and I know when she was bred because I took her to be bred. So at any rate, basically, I didn't lie on the birth date, had to lie on the breeding date because I had a service memorandum for that one. So, yeah.
Oh, Jeff at Bobblehead, hey, how are you? I made you a moderator if you don't mind. If anybody says anything inappropriate, you can whack them over the head. Okay? So I appreciate that. Oh, we had a question. How many bucks do we have?
We have $3.
We have 2 Nubians and a Sonnet.
So we still have Devo from last year. Don't know that we'll retain him, but unfortunately, we had 2 of our Nubians last year. We had planned to keep, and one of them died 3-4 months in, and it was coccidia. And unfortunately, we had a storm and a shelter. Got a video on that one where the shelter blew over and it killed him. So we were planning on retaining a couple Nubian bucks from last year's season, and it didn't happen. So Devo kind of stuck around, and like I said, we probably won't keep him for another season because we did keep his sister. So we have his mom and his sister. So.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yes, Susie, we have three bucks and 2 Weathers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gaston and Andy are the Weathers.
Right. So in cow speak, that's a steer. So goats, you call them Weathers.
Yep.
So.
And they are super sweet.
All right, we're dragging it out. Two other themes, biblical names. That would have been a good one because there's maybe a lot to choose from. That was a big role in figuring out the theme, is because we're crossing our fingers that we have more does than bucks. Yeah, so you don't know. And then another contender, Happy Days. That would have been kind of fun, but same thing. I don't know. Maybe a girl goat could be Chachi.
I so bad want a goat named Chachi. I don't know why. It's just hilarious. All right, so that was the kind of the runners up that we kind of identified as possibilities, but we had trouble with 2 that we were hanging in there with, and Wendy.
So we narrowed it down pretty quickly. Really, I think we had these 2 narrowed down to like within the first couple of days, even.
I think so. They came pretty early.
They came pretty early. We kept watching and comparing, but these 2 kind of stuck out.
Ralph Mouth. That's funny. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So the 2 that we really kind of hem-hawed over, board games. We looked at that one and started thinking of a lot of ideas and thought, yeah, there's, a lot of different options there. Hungry Hippo, Twister, Sorry, Clue, Uno, Scrabble, Candyland, Monopoly, on and on. We kind of kept looking at like 80s board games because that's kind of
when we grew up.
Yep, era.
70s and 80s.
Yep. And the other one that I really, really like is trees, because it was easy to just start naming off birch, aspen, willow, ash, spruce, walnut, buckeye, cypress, cedar, fir. We even have a catalpa tree. I'm not sure what a name. That's kind of a long name for a goat, but you know, goes on and on. Fruit trees, different things, and so anyway, so those were our two top contenders, and so we have decided amongst the two. It was really hard, but yeah, drum roll. And so the winner is board games.
Board games.
We went with the board games. It was really, really hard between either one because with the trees, I thought the names fit with boys or girls, either way. But
Yahtzee. That's right.
exactly.
One of them will be named Yahtzee for sure.
But board games, we love the idea of board games. It goes on and on, but we did kind of, look at some 1980s stuff, and even we started thinking about some of the brand names that we remember was Hasbro, Mattel, Parker Brothers,
right?
But oh yeah, bingo, but yes, Yahtzee, Operation Risk, Mousetrap, chess, Battleship. I still say Light Bright is not.
Light Bright is totally
not a board game.
Light Bright is going to be a goat for sure.
That's an only child's.
I don't know.
No, I have Light Bright. I love Light Bright. It's not a board. It's not a board game. If it's not. If
is Light Bright a board game or not? We'll take a little poll.
Nope. There's no rolling of the dice. There's no moving any pieces. There's no cards. It's not a board game.
Yeah, but you can play on multiple sides if you had the cube one.
That wasn't from the 80s.
I don't know.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh, one that kind of really sold it for me is, and this is kind of the same way, is Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I'm not sure that's a board game.
Well, neither is Hungry Hippo.
Hungry Hippo either. But I really like if we have like boy twins, Rock'em and Sock'em. I thought that would be awesome.
Yeah. But then that starts to sound like 80s bands again.
Yeah.
Rock'em.
Yeah. So,
who's the winner?
So who's the winner? The winner is Tara Santiago. She guessed board games within like the first, I don't know, it was like the first 15 or 20 comments, I think. Maybe it was 10. I don't remember. Tara Santiago. What?
No. Wasn't.
She's writing codes. Oh, and Farm Alarm, Mrs. Farm Alarm, she did trees. So
I thought it was the reverse.
no, Mrs. Farm Alarm did trees. So
okay.
Mrs. Farm Alarm almost won, but not quite. Maybe we'll do trees again next year.
I really like the trees.
Yep.
We'll be.
We like the trees, but it's really fun to think about all the board games. So we thought that would be a great one. Mm-hmm. And we're kind of back up on. Let me read some comments real quick. Yeah, everybody's congratulating Tara. So, so Tara, what she's going to win is the very first t-shirt.
Chick-a-Woof Ranch t-shirt.
Chick-a-Woof Ranch t-shirt. We don't even have one yet. I've got it ordered. We're going through Drew at Relatable Tees. He's the guy that does Cog Hills shirts, and he also does Arms Family. And he probably does some others that I'm not aware of, but those are the two main ones I know. So he is printing up a sample now, and what I've decided, I really like the baseball t-shirts, the kind of the half sleeve ones.
Three-quarter
sleeves. Yeah. And we picked a darker color, just because we live on a homestead, and we don't wear white things anymore. We wear things that blend the dirt colors.
They won't stay white. Most of us know that.
Right. So we picked a dark gray charcoal color. But Tara, if you don't like that, we might be able to get you a special color. I don't know. I haven't
Yep.
I haven't got that far in the t-shirt process. I haven't made t-shirts since college, so
New to us.
it's been a while. The process really shockingly hasn't changed too much, so all right. Comments. There's a new board game called Don't Step in It.
I think I just heard about that just yesterday. One of my
I saw some very
clients.
inappropriate ones too. So
oh yeah, no,
yeah,
that's why we'll
don't get that
probably-
started. We don't want to see any of that in the comments.
No, that's why looking back, we're thinking of
Oh yes, and Jumanji. That's
Oh.
right, Hilda. That's one of the ones I wrote down. So yeah, Jumanji is a real good one too. And I think that could be either a girl or a boy. I'm not
But-
sure.
yeah. Uno, charades, Candyland. I know. Charades might be a board game. I don't know. Here's a game that's fairly new that some of our good friends introduced us to, and so much that we had to get a second set. Pretty easy for all ages, and it's dice. It can be a little noisy on a hard table, but it's called Tenzie. Tenzie, and that's really fun with kids, and so I kind of like that name. So it's not an 80s board game, but
It's kind of like Yahtzee, sort of.
so
Yep.
dominoes.
Tiffany, as far as selling T-shirts, I don't know.
We're
Yeah.
getting there. It's all new.
Yeah, we have a super small channel, so I don't know. I don't know if we would sell. We probably will give them away more than we'll sell them at this point. But if we keep doing this and the YouTube channel gets bigger, we might sell them. I was thinking today about another design for one, just something a little simpler, because I kind of really challenged Drew at Relatable Tees because it's pretty intricate, and I don't have a photo of it, so I'll have to. I'll tell you what, I'll put one up on the icon of this video when it rebroadcasts.
Yeah, so it's mostly managing with that kind of thing, and with ordering, if it was easy to pass it on over and somebody does it, but that's the hard part with it. So, but yeah, as far as how many kids we'll have this year, well, let's see. I believe I bred 9 goats, but 2 of them are for sale. So we actually bred a couple to sell that way, so that if somebody doesn't have a buck on hand, or if they're getting started, then that way they can have a goat and milk, and they either have a baby to keep or sell. They're first time fresheners, so they will probably both just have one. But so anyway, that leaves 7 goats for us, so take that times 2, and we could have 14 babies here on the farm. So we definitely will not be keeping
It's a lot of babies.
all those babies. I do have one. I don't know if I'll be able to catch her on video or not. I have one that I'm very suspicious that will have triplets this year. Her grandma was one of the first 3 goats that we owned, and she consistently had triplets. So she looks like she's following in her grandma's footsteps. And unfortunately for her, she's a first time freshener.
Yep.
So that means she hasn't kidded before, and but they always say it's better to have 2 smaller ones, or even in her case 3 smaller ones, than 1 large one your first time. So
Right.
makes it
Yep.
a little easier. So all right.
Let's do some comments here. We got kind of behind. Let's see. Roseanne M says, "Good luck on your kidding. Think pink. Lots of does. Yes, we would prefer lots of does."
Yes, and shoots and ladders. Yes,
Jeff, we like shoots and ladders too. That's good.
I even had a game that was Hi Ho Cheerio. Anybody remember that one?
Yep.
So,
And I liked Stratego. And we have cooties down here too.
Yes.
You remember cooties?
The cooties that like the little bugs that you put on their legs and antennae and everything. So.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see. Changing Winds Farm. How many baby goats do you have right now for this kidding season?
Well, we have a possibility of the ones that we're keeping. We could have 14 babies show up from 7 different does. So we have 3 yearlings that we retained from last year. So they're not quite a year old yet. So 3 that we retained from last season.
Yep. Dan O'Neill says make it fit on a cup. Yeah, I need to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do a lot of work. If you don't know, I'm a graphic artist for my day job. So, coming up with designs is probably not going to be too tough. It's just kind of keeping it reined in would be the problem.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a real huge budget for this stuff. So, oh, hi Brandon, how are you, buddy? Brandon's my son. And let's see. Spider Lynn says, good evening, everyone. First time joining the live chat. Congrats on the winner. Yes, it was. The winner was Tara Santiago. Changing Winds is asking about if we bottle feed any of them. We do bottle feed all of them. But this year
we're going to try it a little different. Like I said, this is our 7th kidding season for us. And our very first kidding season, we did leave the babies on their mamas. And we started with kind of a trio. We had 2 does and 1 buck when we first started. And one of our does, she was the matriarch that I talked about, the grandma of one of ours. She had always had her babies taken away from her and had always been hand milked, and the babies had been bottle fed. So she wouldn't feed them. So that was new. We even tried to make her, and no go. And so we kind of found the pieces of the puzzle later and tracked down some previous owners and got the rest of the story. And the other one, when she kidded, we left the baby on her and we sold her to one of our friends. And when they went on vacation and the baby came back, which was, I don't know, 8 or 9 months at that time, her mama still let her nurse off of her. We never could get her weaned off. So I guess the difference this year for us, what we're going to try and do is to help lessen some of my milking chores.
Yep.
Since I'm the milker, we're going to try where, first of all, we've always fed the milk back to the babies. So we don't do formula. We've just milked them and fed it back. But this time we're going to leave the babies on the moms all day long. And then we're going to pin them up separately at night, so that in the morning, then that first milk is ours, and we're going to milk that off and then put the babies back in with their moms so that they can have the milk all day long. And that's a practice that a lot of people do, especially with cows. And so I don't worry about that too much trying it this year, because with our numbers, like I said, we're going to be selling most of them. So sometimes when you're retaining them, that can be maybe a little touchier. So we'll see how that goes. So
bobblehead, was Eric not being nice? Because Eric is my older son, so if he said something bad, I'm gonna get him tomorrow, because we're gonna have lunch tomorrow, Eric. Let's see. Tina Tiffany. William loved reading to Cherokee at the library.
Yes.
And I know he would be proud to own one of your t-shirts. Well, that's awesome.
Guess what? he's going to be at school tomorrow. So I don't know if you know that, but Cherokee is a therapy dog for those of you that don't know. And I have Cherokee going to school all day to be the read dog tomorrow. It's Dr. Seuss week at school. And so we'll get to see William tomorrow. That's exciting.
We are way behind on comments. Othello, yes. Hilda, yes, we like that one. Oh, hi Jerome, B Farms, how are you? Thanks for showing up. Zach is on. What's up, Zach? Do you sell Honeybee Farm? What is your location? Oh no, we don't. We don't have any honey or bees. I do have a friend that wants to put bees on our property this year, and he's gonna take care of them, I guess. And I guess we might have some honey this year, but yeah, he was looking to put some on our property. And
milk sharing with triplets. Actually, with her. Yeah, no, that'll be a little trickier, because definitely you have to make sure everybody's getting their share, and same thing. When you've got an extra more than you have teats, doesn't work. You're gonna get a runt out of that. But with her being a first time freshener, and she looks to be a really good contender for the kids for the fair this year. It's not that we are all concerned about having show goats all the time, but that is something that a lot of people, why they bottle feed, is because when you leave them on their mamas, then it can actually damage the tissue udder, and so tissue of the udder, and so therefore their value in being showed is their udder. So we may either bottle feed all three or at least a couple. We'll see how that goes.
yeah, no problem, Jeff. Bobblehead. If he said something bad, he deserved it anyway.
And as far as the milk, primarily we drink the milk. I do make a simple farmer's cheese. I've played around a little bit, but quite honestly that we've gotten busy these last few years. So we do make soap. You probably saw us do a soap video. So a lot of times it's milk, cheese, and soap. We've played around with some ice cream, a little bit with the yogurt, but the yogurt takes a lot of time because it comes out pretty thin and runny. So it's not that it's not good, it's almost more of a drinkable like kefir would be. So around here it doesn't sit as well with the kids. It's more,
Yeah,
so.
it tastes good. All right.
Moving on, so we can kind of,
You want to wrap this up?
kind of
Okay.
close it up.
I wrote down some upcoming videos that I have that I want to do on the channel that are not live, of course. I shot some video of the Icelandic chickens that we have. We did a video 6 months ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And we kind of introduced, we got the new breed of Icelandics. We drove halfway across the state to get them. And so we wanted to do an Icelandic update video to kind of tell you about the breed. It's a rare breed.
It's a heritage breed.
Yep, and it is endangered, I believe.
Well, yeah, just be careful with your usage because there's like critical and endangered and watched. I know critical and watched are two categories. When you go to the livestock conservatory, you look it up, and I know there's like 5. Recovering is another. There's like 5 different categories. So anyway, they may be in the watched category. I know they're not the worst, but yeah.
Yep. So we wanted to do. I've been trying to do that video for weeks now. I have all my notes. I just need to get windy outside.
Well, the weather hasn't cooperated.
Yeah, the weather here. Let me tell you something about Kansas, okay? Especially when you live out on the plains. where we live, where there are no trees. Well, we have trees on our property, but
Wind blocks.
there are no trees around us. It is so windy here. It is not good for making a YouTube channel.
Well,
It
and
is-
we're not using any high tech equipment here, and so the phone, when it gets cold,
Yeah.
sucks the battery life.
Yeah,
and it
I
shuts
use
down.
my iPhone to video on. So when it's 20 degrees or below, you cannot shoot a video because your
Yep.
phone just dies within minutes. So
Yep.
another video that I have upcoming that Wendy doesn't know about is I wanted to talk about our La Mancha breed goats. Whenever we show one of the La Mancha breeds, either Cookie or Sugar Baby, people always ask, where are their ears? Well,
They have ears, but they have no outer ears really to speak of. They have little nubbies for their ears, and ours don't have the elfin ears. They call them gopher ears or elfin ears, and so they look a little odd. Because we have all Nubians, I think some people naturally think that theirs have frozen off or something happened to them, but
yeah, it's weird.
but no, it is a breed, and they're born that way, and they're very smart. They're they seem to be a little more intelligent than our Nubians. They are quieter, and so anyway, I'm sure that's some of the things that we'll talk about and share with the two that we have. So,
Yep.
and Cookie should be having babies, so that'll be exciting to
That'll
see.
be a good
what
time
we-
to do an update or to talk about the breed.
Yep.
Because I looked online or on YouTube to see how many videos are out there, and there's not a lot on the La Mancha breed. So I thought that would be a good idea.
Yep. So we'll get into that later when we.
Another one I wanted to do is our house is 100 years old this year.
Yep.
So our farmhouse was built 100 years ago, most of it.
Yeah.
They added on in the 50s somewhere. And kind of wanted to maybe give you some history on it and just kind of I don't know, show them around.
It's a century-old house now, so that's pretty cool. So figure we should commemorate it some way.
Yep. Cherokee, the dog that is our, I guess our mascot dog, our livestock guardian dog, that's on the T-shirt. We're not sure exactly his genetics. We know that we're pretty sure that he's Great Pyrenees, and we're pretty sure that he's Mastiff mixed also, but we don't know that for sure. So we wanted to get some genetic testing done on him. And so if anybody has any recommendations on which place to go with, I appreciate you could leave that in the comments down below. But we thought that might be interesting video. And I still got a couple collaboration videos that I haven't done that I feel really bad about, but our weather's been terrible. I could make excuses forever, but I have a 5 questions challenge that I'm supposed to do. Rose over at Wholesome Roots, she shouted us out several months ago, and I still haven't done it, and it's still on my list.
I thought Beagle
And
Road did
yeah,
too.
Life on Beagle Road, they shouted us out, and it was kind of the same collaboration, a little different questions. But yeah, we need to do that one too.
So hopefully we'll have some decent weather this week. It's been pretty nice here. We've been in the 60s, but we've had the wind, and then it dips down at night. So
Yep. Beyond Mountain Homestead, hi guys. And yes, the La Manchas are a very sweet breed. Changing winds, yeah, I mean, he's still a goat, but their personalities are a little different than the Nubians, so we'll talk about that on the next video.
yeah, Cookie is very smart and cat-like, and I guess just a quick little story here as we're kind of closing it out, and getting ready to tuck ourselves in. I had looked at the La Manchas and I just wasn't really attracted to them, and have a goat mentor friend that she had some, and so kind of kept looking at them, and so yeah, Cookie. I ended up buying her off of Craigslist, but so as it goes, it was connected to my goat mentor friend, and so added another goat lady to the mentor group, and anyway, so Cookie, I went and picked her out and brought her home when Corbin was just a baby, and we didn't have any other goat kids at the time. We hadn't, the kidding season hadn't started for us, so she didn't have any companions to hang out with, and she was too small. She would get knocked around by the big girls. So Troy was doing a lot of metal detecting out and around the farm, and just she was following him along, just like a little dog, or I don't know, cat, kind of inspecting every hole that you dug up, and it was a little chilly, and so we had her in a dog sweater even. She was really cute, and we hadn't decided on a name for her, and so we were still thinking of that. So Troy took a break, came in, used the bathroom, and then doot doot doot, here comes the goat in the house, following him in. That's kind of my MO, but not yours. So at any rate, he goes in, uses the bathroom, comes out, and he says, I wouldn't have brought her in if she hadn't just used the bathroom. She just eliminated, so we're all good. Meanwhile, she's hopping around in her little dog sweater, and Corbin's in his wing, just swinging back and forth. So I've got a few pictures of that, of the goat in the house. And he leaves and heads out the door, and then pops right back in about 30 seconds and says, oh, by the way, her name is Cookie. So that's how she got her name. She didn't come with a theme that year. She just got a special name.
Yep.
So,
Yep. She was.
yeah.
She still is very sweet.
So.
All right. Well, let's wrap this video up. Cookie the house goat. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
If we could, she would absolutely love it. If we could diaper her.
Oh, she would live in this house totally. But that wouldn't happen.
No.
No.
No. But anyway.
All right. Well, let's wrap this video up. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for contributing and giving your thoughts on what the goat theme should be. We're really super happy about the board games theme.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it gives us a lot of versatility because there's tons and tons of games out there, and of course we'll kind of go with some of our childhood favorites and things like that, and catchy, but it didn't lend itself, we don't know what we're going to end up with, how many does versus how many bucks. So that played a huge role in when we were looking at the themes, how many names do we have to choose from, and if they weighed heavily, like with Happy Days maybe, we're like, yeah, I don't know if there's enough girl names, and we're hoping we have more girls than boys, because even that makes it easier for when we're ready to rehome. So
Yep.
But yeah, so thanks everyone. We enjoyed it, and yeah, and maybe we'll just save trees for next year. I really like that one. So
Yep. Or maybe we'll make another contest.
who knows? So
All right. Well, thank you again, and Tara, be sure to get a hold of us through instant message or Instagram or something, and we'll get your address and figure out what size of shirt you want, and then we'll go from there.
and we'll debut them when they roll off the production line. So
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for showing up and commenting. Appreciate it. We'll see you all next time on the next video. Bye.
all right.
Bye.
Bye.